What up with it, world? This your one and only big homie, Big Cur Dog, aka The General, and this is the Affiliate Podcast. Now, it used to be called the Love Shack Podcast, but I kind of named it prematurely without doing my Googles, B, you know what I mean? So I did my little Googles, figured out there was a lot of Love Shack, this and that going on. So I had to change it up, even though I still have Love Shack Productions, so don't get it twisted. We still doing things, hit your boy up for them beats, mixing, mastering, whatever. Anyway, today's topic is about Will Smith. Okay, now him and Martin Lawrence recently went on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy. You know what I'm saying? It's a very popular show. I'm a fan, I'm subscribed, and you should as well. Okay, so Will Smith and Martin Lawrence is on the show. You know, it's a great interview, two comedy legends. They had two of the biggest shows. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith is definitely a pioneer in the rap game as well. For some of y'all that don't know, he was the Fresh Prince back in the day, and he had those bars. You know what I'm saying? I look at him as one of the greatest storytellers in the rap game back in the day, alongside of people like Slick Rick and Dana Dane and people like that. So anyway, it was a great interview, you know what I'm saying? Charlamagne hit him with a good question, and this is why I love Charlamagne the God, because he doesn't hold back. He asks the good questions, the questions that people really want to hear. And Will Smith was actually nervous when he said he had to ask him a question. He was like, man, I know how you get down. But he was like, nah, this one's not too bad. So the question that he did ask was, did he ever feel intimidated or jealous of the relationship between his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Tupac? Now, for some of y'all that don't know, Jada Pinkett and Tupac were very close back in the day. They went to school together. They had a really tight relationship. Some of them even called them soulmates. I'm not sure, I wasn't there. But Charlamagne asked the question, great question, and this was Will Smith's response.
Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I thought you were gonna say no.
Oh my God, that dude. Let me, and you know, and that was in the early days.
Yeah,
that was in the early days, and it was like, that was a big regret for me too, because I could never open up to interact with Pac. Mm-hmm. You know, and because we had a little bit of a thing, right? Because you know, they grew up together. And, you know, they loved each other, but they never had that, you know, they never had a sexual relationship, but they had come into that age where now that was a possibility, and then Jada was with me, you know, so, you know, Pac had a little thing on that, but she just loved him like he was the image of perfection, but she was with the Fresh Prince, you know, so it was like, I never could, like, even we were in a room together a couple times, I couldn't speak to him, you know, and, you know, he wasn't going to speak to me if I wasn't going to speak to him.
Really?
But,
it seemed like y'all would have so much in common.
No, that's what Jada would say all the time. She was like, I'm telling you, y'all are so similar. You will love him. And I just never, you know, that was a huge regret of mine. I just I couldn't handle it, you know. I was the soft rapper from Philly, right. And he was Pac.
Right.
Well, at least he didn't do a diss song about you or nothing.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. But yeah, no, I was deeply insecure, and just I wasn't man enough to handle that relationship.
Okay, so that was Will Smith's response, and I gotta give that man his props for saying yes. I was intimidated by this man. I was jealous of this man's relationship with my wife, and I felt some type of way about it. That's real man business right there. You know what I'm saying? To admit it and say it out loud. Because a lot of times us as men, we try to act hard like we don't have feelings, but you know we have feelings, and we love our women and we love our wives. And if another man is in the mix, we do feel some type of way. Will Smith is at that age where he's willing to admit that. So I got to give him his props. All the men in the comment section, let me know how you would feel if it was a man that made your woman feel some type of way. How would you feel? And ladies, how would you feel if the tables were turned? So leave your comments. Please hit the like button, subscribe, share this video as much as you can. This is your one and only big homie, Big Cur Dog, aka The General. This is the Affiliate Podcast. Holla at your boy. I'm out. Yep.